Hello everyone, my name is Juliana Trujillo, and today I will be discussing a review of the detection methods for the ring-tailed lemur in Isalo National Park, Madagascar. So where does the problem lie with the detection methods that have been used in the past and are currently being used in Isalo National Park in Madagascar and in general when detecting ring-tailed lemur populations? Well, to start off, large areas of Isalo National Park are impenetrable, so past research has omitted vast areas of the unsurveyed suitable habitat, which presents issues when trying to detect lemur populations. Detection methods that have been employed by past research have relied too heavily on the review of the literature and not so much on the direct observation that the researchers have gone out and collected in the field. Lastly, widespread primate detection may take years to complete, and this leaves a large margin of error for populations to increase or decrease over time, and also detection rates may change. So in the next couple slides, I will be talking about a couple detection methods that we can use to assess ring-tailed lemur populations in Isalo National Park based on these two criteria, which are going to be effectiveness of the method and the practicality of the method. This also takes into account with time and cost and other factors as well. The first method I will be discussing is scent markings. So male ring-tailed lemurs have scent glands on their wrists that they use as indicators against other male lemurs to mark their territories, which is especially important during breeding season. They use the horny spur on their wrist to basically gouge the tree trunk and mark it with its gland secretion. These markings on the trees are visible to humans and can be collected for DNA sampling. So as you can see in the video, the female just marked her tree with her adrenal glands, and here approaches the male lemur to also mark his territory with his wrist, rubbing his spurs against the branch. So what are the pros for using natural markings for detection? Well, first of all, the secretion glands on the males are unique for every lemur in the population, including the females as well. And they can also be used to locate the troops. Since the scent markings are typically observed outside of the group home ranges, you can identify where the troops congregate. So then what are the cons? Well, first of all, lab analysis of the DNA may be difficult to conduct because after 48 hours, the DNA within the scent marking can be hard to identify. And secondly, since the scent of the female is marked over by the male with his scent glands, the detection may be biased towards the male population. So then on to the second method, which is going to be arboreal camera traps. First of all, there are a few things to consider during camera placement. This includes the height of the tree and the degree of the canopy cover, whether the forest is dense or sparse, whether machinery or expertise is going to be needed to place these cameras, are many factors that need to be taken into account. So what are the pros for using arboreal cameras? Well, first of all, they have a 10 times higher ability to capture species richness compared to terrestrial cameras. They're also effective in detecting endangered rare species because they can see things that the human observer cannot. And they can be very efficient when paired with other detection or abundance methods such as line transect surveys. As for the cons, it does require trained personnel and specialized equipment such as towers or scaffolding to place these cameras. Tree climbing can also be very dangerous. There's a higher probability of low detection in a forest with dense vegetation, so placing these arboreal cameras can be a problem for detection. And lastly, they can be costly. So based on this criteria, which method is better? My recommendation are the arboreal camera traps. As an endangered species, the arboreal camera traps will be able to detect the ring-tailed lemur beyond what the human observer can achieve. They can also be paired well with other surveying techniques such as line transect surveys. And lastly, natural markings can be good for detecting lemurs on the ground, but as an arboreal species, camera traps are more practical. These are my references. Our favorite lemur king, Julian, and I thank you for watching our video. Feel free to leave any comments and questions down below.